Okay, guys, so gotta give two quick shout outs. One to that Moto Mayhem guy. Great, funny, awesome motoblogger on a dirt bike. Check him out. Also, Mr. 750, congratulations on reaching 200 followers recently. I know you're going places. I know that you'll do well. Both of you guys will do well. I just want to give you guys quick shout outs in this video, episode 9. Let's kick it off and we'll have fun riding. So this week what we're going to do is I'm going to do kind of like a 4-part video. And what it's going to be is talking about the things that I kind of wish I would have known when I started riding, and also things that other riders that I've talked to wish they would have known when they first started riding. First one, battery life. I'll be completely honest. Any new rider, you're going to find this out. The battery life is going to suck. My buddy who taught me how to, first taught me how to start learning how to ride, told me the thing that he killed first on his bike when he first started learning to ride was his battery. They go so quickly, so fast that it's almost unmeasurable, in all honesty. My battery was brand new in the bike when I first got it. One of the good things about the bike, one of the reasons why I picked it up for what I picked it up for, I loved that it had a brand new battery, and I knew, and he had told me a little bit about how battery life is not that great, but I didn't truly realize it. If you go to start your bike, and let's say your bike is not in the on position, you press that start, 9 times out of 10, you're going to notice that the battery's about to die very soon. And I mean, as a new rider, you wouldn't realize that. And I just want to let people know that that's one of the things about bikes. And I've talked to my neighbor who lives upstairs. He said when he first started learning how to ride a bike, he realized that any small draw from that battery would cause it to drain just a little bit, and you would have a considerable amount that you would notice that the bike actually needed a little bit more juice to start itself up. And I mean, I've done stupid things. I've accidentally locked the wheel one night and left the parking light on, and I mean, that's going to kill the battery of the car too. So I mean, obviously you can't be stupid with your battery, but you can't be, the battery life on them still does suck. And I'm not saying battery life like the longevity of it, because once you know how to ride a bike, you're good to go with the battery, and that's nothing you need to worry about. So don't worry about the battery life truly. Worry about the battery life in that particular time when you're trying to start it up. Also, number 2 on this list kind of ties right in that battery. That's why I put it right after the battery life. Make sure you put it on a Trickle Charger during the winter, and you get a proper Trickle Charger that has like that snow feature, so that way you can get it that way when you have it in your garage during the winter, you know, okay, yep, this is what I need to do with the bike and everything, and you're good to go. Biggest point I want to make here is I'm not talking about that though when I'm talking about making it through winter. The thing is I do not know how to physically make it through winter without riding. I can barely go a few days without riding. Just like I talked about with tattoos, it's like getting your first tattoo or getting your second tattoo and then being like, oh, I'm good with just 2. No, you're not good with just 2. It's the same thing as, hey, I rode Monday, Tuesday, and it rained on Wednesday. And you walk outside and you're like, are you kidding me? I wanted to go ride again. What the heck? Seriously? Why can't I ride? And then when the snow hits, you're like, yup, definitely not riding today. I know all the guys that I know in Texas and all over the place, you're not going to have an issue with this, but I do. I live in New York where it snows 4 months out of the year, and if we're lucky, it will be maybe 2.5 to 3.5 months, if we're lucky. But it's still cold as can be during that time. So it's not like you're missing anything. It's not like you're not getting that snow or you're not getting that cold weather. I mean, if you want to go ride in 15-degree weather, go right ahead. But no offense, I'm not going to do it. And I don't suggest anyone does it, because I mean, I played hockey all my life. I know what 15-degree weather is. at 15 miles an hour with full hockey gear on when you're skating. I mean, it's probably more than 50 miles an hour, but I could not imagine going 60 miles an hour in 15 degree weather, or even 20 degree weather, or 30 degree weather. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to ride. I would never give it up, but riding in the winter or making it through the winter is crazy. Now, as you can see, the road I'm on right now, beautifully paved new road that they just did this summer. It was more like early spring that they did this, but in all honesty, potholes on a bike are so much different than potholes while you're in a car. When you're driving a car, you'll feel them. I mean, obviously, and here I'm about to go over some rough road, and you'll kind of see how the bike reacts to this. So you'll feel those potholes. Don't get me wrong. Those potholes in a car, you'll feel them, and they're gonna hurt. They're like, not that they're gonna hurt, but they're not going to. You're not going to just go over one and not realize, oh, that was a pothole. In a bike, it's like, oh, that was a pothole. And I don't know how many times I've been riding and I've hit like a little pothole or went over train tracks and I've been like, or ow, or like, I've used every swear word in the book while riding just because of potholes. And that's the one thing that people do not mention to you when you first start to ride, is that if you're on a bike like mine or on a cruiser that doesn't have the best shocks or whatever, or if you make them really soft like my buddy did, if you have shocks that don't really absorb those bumps that much or absorb them too much, you're going to feel it. And after a while, that gets annoying. And that's one of those things that not many people mention to you. And I get it. Trust me. Potholes are a fact of life. It's going to happen, especially when you live in New York like I do. They're going to happen. And when you're in the spring, you're going to need to realize that there's going to be potholes because we had a rough winter. Even if we didn't have a rough winter, it still rained or snowed or something and froze and did all that other crap. So I mean, trust me, I completely understand that potholes are a fact of life and that potholes are something that we have to live with, but on a bike, they're even more of a pain in the butt than in a car, and not many people mention that to you when you first learn how to ride, and that's one of the things I wanted to cover real quick. Now we're going to skip to when I was riding at night because you can kind of see it more. Turn signals, and you can actually see in this video, you can see right now, there are some potholes on this road, and obviously it's nighttime so you can't really see it, but turn signals are not like your normal turn signals. Okay, so I'm going to show you how these work. If you're new to riding, you're not quite sure, or you've never seen a turn signal work on a bike, I'm going to show you how they work, and you'll kind of understand them a little bit more now. Turn signals on a bike. So you see it's flashing right there. Now, I don't know how many times I've been riding and I forget to turn it off. And right here you have your turn signal. Obviously you go right to go turn right and you go left to turn left. To turn it off, you push it in and you're good to go. But when you're first learning how to ride, you always forget that. I don't know how many times I've been riding down the street and I've been like, oh crap, my turn signal's been on. Wait, I turned like half a mile back. So I mean, the best thing you can do is literally sit there and practice it as you're going through a turn. Personally, I don't like to turn my turn signal off until I'm probably about 100 feet through that turn, so that I'm in second, maybe third gear. So as you can see right now, I'll turn it off right here. So I've made it through the turn. I know I'm good to go. And I'm in a good gear to kind of cruise along at the 30 miles an hour that I'm at. So I mean, turn signals, they're a pain in the butt on a bike because they don't turn the way that they do in a car. So I mean, hey, you got to understand that as a rider. I'm going to show you a few quick videos of me forgetting to turn off my turn signal, and it's just because you don't think of it. If you've been driving a car all winter, if you've been driving a car all your life, and you go back to riding a bike, you're like, oh crap, my turn signal's still on. When did I even turn? Or you go to change lanes and you're like, oh, that's right, I forgot to turn that off. So here's a few quick videos of me forgetting to turn off the turn signal real quick, and then realizing, oh yeah, the turn signal's on. Need to turn that off. Got to turn right this time, so hey. But I mean, those are a few quick things that I just wanted to show everyone, kind of be like, hey, these are the things that you need to realize when you're riding or when you're learning to ride. These are things not many people will mention to you. It's the same thing when you're driving a car. No one's going to tell you, hey, if you're doing something, if you're doing this, this is going to happen. There's certain things you got to learn in the moment. And I've heard so many riders say that to me. There's things you can't be taught by a friend, you can't be taught by a class. It's just you got to learn how to do that. So if I think of any more, I'll continue to talk about it later on in videos. But for right now, have a great weekend. Enjoy the fall weather, because I know it's still fall in most places. Right now it's raining, so I can't go out in this weather and go riding, unfortunately. It's supposed to be thunderstorms all day today, so enjoy the fall weather. Go enjoy riding as much as you can. If you're in a snowy area, hey, do what you got to do. I know it's gonna suck having to give it up for winter. It's kind of like giving up riding for Lent. I would never be able to do that. So go enjoy it and have fun riding. Like this video, comment on the video if you thought of anything different that I didn't mention. Comment on it if you think, or if you agree with me, there's a certain thing that you saw in the video that you completely agree with, or if you think I shouldn't have put something in there because it's like, duh, common sense, then hey, say that too, because I mean, common sense is uncommon anyways. So, but have fun riding, ride safe. Subscribe to the channel if you would like, and have a great fall riding season. And then once the fall season's over, we'll see you back next season. I'm going to try to keep putting up videos at least weekly or bi-weekly when the season is no longer up in Rochester, where I'm from. So, I mean, if the season's no longer there, then hey, oh well. I guess I'll be missing out on videos, but I don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that to you guys. I want to be able to put up videos as long as possible. So have a great time, and we'll see you soon.